Hi guys, so today we're going to be talking about um, proportional relationships, which a lot of this should be a review to help you guys just refresh your mind because we're going to talk about non-proportional relationships in our next lesson. So let's go through and just review some basic things that we know about proportional relationships, make sure we understand the formula for proportional relationships, and then we'll move forward from there. So a proportional relationship is a relationship between two quantities, and it's proportional if the ratio between the two quantities is constant. Okay, that means that, if we look at fractions, if they're equivalent, they have that same constant of proportionality as what we termed it as before. So two things will be true about a graph that is proportional. The first thing that will be true is that the graph will have a straight line, okay? So that the graph's going to end up having a straight line. So if I had a graph like this, my line is going to be a straight line. It's not going to have curves, bumps, or anything else. The graph is also going to pass through the origin, which the origin is your 0, 0 coordinates on your graph. So it has to pass straight through the origin, okay? So in a table, we want to check for equivalent ratios. In other words, in a proportional table, the ratio is basically, in other words, a proportional table, the ratio of x to y will always be constant. Okay, so here are different ways that we can tell if it's proportional. We can tell in a graph because it's a straight line. We can tell in a graph because the origin, it goes through the origin at 0, 0. And we can also tell in a table because the relationship between x and y is always constant. So we're going to explore a little bit about what that means. So as we go through this, we're going to look at a scenario here. We have Hillary, and she's looking for a gym to join. And one gym offers a membership for $25 a month. And we're going to use this information to complete the table. So this $25 a month here is super important. So we're being asked first to complete the table to show the relationship between the number of months at the gym and the total cost of the membership. So if we have $25 and we have 0 months, our cost is going to be $0. Right? If we have $25 and we go for 1 month, then our cost is going to be $25 and so forth. If I go for 2 months, it's going to be $50. 3 months is going to cost me $75. 25 times 4 months is going to end up costing me $100. And then 25 times X is going to end up being my Y. So it's fair to sit here and say this, or not even that, excuse me, my months and my cost are going to end up representing my X and my Y axis. All right, so we can figure out what the slope or rate of change shown in the table is. So basically that slope or the rate of change in this table, if we remember, we can take our Y and we can do 25 minus 0, and we can put that over our run, which is 1 over 0, our x. So remember y over x, and that's going to be 25 over 1, or it's going to equal 25. Okay, so my question is this table proportional? And the answer to that question is absolutely yes. This table is proportional. No, because every time I went from months to cost, I multiplied by 25. So my constant is 25. So the answer is yes, because I have a constant y to x of 25. So if 75 divided by 3 equals 25, 100 divided by 4, my 100 divided by my 4 is equal to 25. So my y to x is always 25. Therefore, I know it's proportional. So we're now going to use this graph, and we are going to create a relationship in this graph to show what this is. So first off, graphs should always have a title. So I'm going to add up here cost of gym. And then I need to label my axes. So this right here is going to be my y-axis, which is going to be my months, which relates to this right here. And then this right here is going to be my cost. And then we can see the relationship of where that exists right here. Okay, so if we look at our first one, we have 0 months cost me $0. So my point here is 0, 0. right? My next one, I had 1 month cost me $25. And then 2 months cost me $50. 3 months cost me $75. 4 months cost me $100. Okay, and so if I'm going to go through and I want to connect these lines, I can see that it creates a straight line, all right? It creates a straight line, and it would continue going if I continued going down this method here. All right, so again, we could identify what the slope is by looking at this point, which is 0, 0. That could be 1 point, and then my next one could be my, maybe I want to go to 250, okay? So I would say 50 minus 0 over 2 minus 0 goes to me 50 halves, which is equal to 25. So my slope is the same in both of these situations. These didn't change, they were the same. So is this graph proportional? Yes. My explanation now is going to be a little bit different. It is not going to be because I identified a constant. My explanation here is because in a graph, it is proportional if it is a straight line, which I have, but it also must go through the origin. And, not an or, but an and, it goes through the origin. Okay, so that's the criteria and the key information that we need to take away at this point. So if I were to write an equation for the situation that was representative in that graph, if you guys remembered, we had our x and we had our y, and we said 25x is equal to y. Okay, so if we had an equation, we would say y is equal to 25x. This is an equation that represents a proportional relationship. We cannot have anything beyond it. We can't have plus anything, minus anything. This is it. And remember that this right here represents our constant of proportionality. So do you see the slope in the equation? Yes, this is our slope. Okay, yes. Okay, it is that number right there that is before our y. It's the coefficient in front of the x variable. So yes, and the word that we have there is it's that coefficient before the x. Okay, all right, so what conclusion can we make about proportional equations? Okay, so we can make a simple equation that is y is equal to mx, right? So we have that, but we can also know that the slope will be, the slope is m, or the coefficient in front of x. Okay, so that's our main takeaway that we want to get from that situation. So proportional relationships can be written in the form of an equation using y is equal to mx, where m is the slope or rate of change. What do the x and the y represent in the equation? They represent different input and output values. Okay, our x is our independent variable, our y is our dependent variable. We can put anything for in for our x values, but it's going to impact what our y values are. And it makes up our ordered pairs. Okay, so it makes up our ordered pairs that we graph on the coordinate plane. All right, so let's look at this situation. All right, so what is the slope or the rate of change? I can go through and figure out the slope of rate of change. It's going to end up being the constant that is from here to here, right? So I can go about this two different ways or however I choose to, but I can set up the equation 8 minus 4 on the bottom because that's my run, and then my rise would be 11 4 minus 5.52. I know that this right here is going to equal 4. My 11.04 minus my 5.52 equals 5.52. And 5 and 5200ths divided by 4 gives me a slope, rate of change, or constant of proportionality of 138. So that means that 4 times 1 and 38 hundredths is equal to this. 8 times 1 and 38 hundredths is going to equal this. So that is the relationship. It's from our pounds to our cost. This is going to be our x, this is going to be our y. So is this table proportional? How do we know? Yes, because 1.38 is a constant value of y divided by x. So what I mean by that is if I took my calculator and I typed in 11.04 as my x value and divided it by my y value, it's going to equal the 1 and 3/800ths. It would be the same for each and every single one of these y to x values. So that's my constant of proportionality. So to write an equation, I know that y, this value here, is going to end up equaling 1 and 3/800ths times whatever my x value is. Okay, so y is going to equal 1 and 3/800ths times whatever my x value is. That's the takeaway from this. And this right here is my slope. It's my constant of proportionality. It can also be considered your rate of change. Okay, so y is equal to the mx. Right, so we're going to use the graph and we're going to answer some questions. We're going to figure out what the slope is and the rate of change. We're going to determine if it's proportional. Let's start with B really quickly. Is this graph proportional? Does it hit the two criteria? The answer is yes. I have a straight line and it goes through the origin. Okay, so I can determine that before I even do any math in regards to this. Okay, so let's find some points on our graph, and I'm going to find some that go directly in that thing because I want to deal with whole numbers. I don't want to deal with, let's do this point too. I don't want to deal with fractions. All right, so this point here is 3, 4, right here, 3, 4. This point here is 6, 8. So I'm going to take my y values, 8 minus 4. So if I work from here to here, for my x values, I have to work the same direction, 6 to 3. And that's going to end up equaling 4/3. And so this right here, 4/3 is my slope or my rate of change. So when I write my equation, I'm going to get y is equal to 4/3 x. This is my slope, my rate of change, my constant of proportionality. Right, that sums up today's lesson. I hope this makes sense to you. Hopefully it was a big review. The only thing different that we introduced was the graph that is going in conjunction with it. Tomorrow we will explore non-proportional relationships.